Inspirers for Andhra Pradesh State Biodiversity Conversation. Andhra Pradesh State Biodiversity Board is an autonomous and statutory organization established in the year 2006. Main objectives of the board are
రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వానికి జిల్లా యంత్రాంగానికి గ్రామీణ ప్రాంతాల్లో ఉండేటువంటి బయోడైవర్సిటీ మేనేజ్మెంట్ కమిటీస్కి సూచనలు సలహాలు ఇవ్వడం, శిక్షణ కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్వహించడం, ఇటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు చేసి రాష్ట్రంలో జీవ వైవిధ్యాన్ని పెంపొందించడానికి చర్యలు తీసుకుంటున్నాము.
With these aims, the State Biodiversity Board has been conducting training programs since 15 to 16 years to create an awareness. Many activities are being organized by mobilizing the stakeholders to implement Biodiversity Conversation Act 2002. During last 1 year, many programs such as setting up of 14,152 local biodiversity management committees, appointing 7 members for each one, the bioresource details of the concerned local body, enlisting in the People's Biodiversity Registers are carried out. Plants and animals categorized as endangered species are being recognized and special actions are being initiated to conserve them. Identifying and protecting biodiversity heritage sites, conserving traditional knowledge, and protecting tanks and ponds along with the biodiversity in them, and also programs to conserve them are being taken up.
ప్రభుత్వ పరంగా జరుగుతున్నటువంటి పనులతో పాటు స్వచ్ఛంద సంస్థలు వ్యక్తిగతంగా కూడా కొంతమంది చేస్తున్నటువంటి జీవ వైవిధ్య సంరక్షణ కార్యక్రమాలను గుర్తించి ప్రతి ఏటా వరల్డ్ బయోడైవర్సిటీ డే జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు వారికి జీవ వైవిధ్య సంరక్షణ అనేటువంటి అవార్డ్స్ కూడా ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతోంది.
జీవ వైవిధ్యాన్ని కాపాడడంలో ఆదర్శవంతమైన వ్యక్తులను మేము చిత్రీకరించి చిన్న వీడియో రూపంలో తీసుకొచ్చి ప్రజలకు అవగాహన కల్పించాలని ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ స్టేట్ బయోడైవర్సిటీ బోర్డు కృషి చేస్తుంది. ఈ ఫిల్మ్స్ను విశేషంగా స్కూల్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కానీ, టీచర్స్ కానీ, జనబాహుల్యం కానీ ఉపయోగించుకొని ఒక చైతన్యం కలుగుతుందని మేము ఆశిస్తున్నాం.
Some of the winners of 2021 Biodiversity Conversers Awards who shouldered biodiversity conversation as a responsibility and made environmental conversation as a part of their life are presented herewith. An environmentalist of reputation who worked as United Nations mangrove forests expert, Dr. Tupalli Ravishankar, who belongs to Kakinada of East Godavari district, has been doing determined efforts to restore, protect and develop mangrove forests which are rich with biodiversity and enormous natural resources. Mangrove forests are present in vast area at Kodinga near Kakinada, and also mangrove forests spread across the countries of the world are his places of action. His efforts are being recognized by State Biodiversity Board and is bestowed with Biodiversity Conserved Award for 2021. Retired 17 years back as a subdivisional engineer from Telecom Department, Koka Mrityunjay Rao settled in Kakinada of East Godavari district. He is mainly involved in identifying the birds which migrate from thousands of miles in different seasons every year as guests, enlisting their details and protecting their habitats, etc. All his efforts and unlimited work by him made him eligible for Biodiversity Conserve Award. Dr. Ramamurthy, a retired zoology head of the department of BVK Degree College, Vizag, established Dolphin Nature Conservation Society with goals such as nature conservation, environment protection, research, awareness and knowledge regarding biodiversity. As president of the society, he is striving hard to spread consciousness and inspiration to preserve turtles, snakes and so many other species in the seashore, conserving vegetation and biodiversity. The Biodiversity Park, established entirely with his own efforts, consists of hundreds of plant species, is serving as a knowledge dissemination center to thousands of students. That is why State Biodiversity Board accorded him with Biodiversity Conserver Award. A restricted government teacher, Poluparti Dalinaidu, who belongs to Tuni of East Godavari district, has been doing unrelenting efforts for biodiversity conservation and environmental preservation. Dalinaidu's dedication towards biodiversity conservation with many activities such as planting seedlings across 99 kilometers of Tandava river banks, making bunches with paddy seeds to cater to the needs of birds such as sparrows, and protecting palm trees from extinction are ideals for everyone to follow. That is the reason for him being selected Biodiversity Conserver Award by State Biodiversity Board. With a primary objective of creating better livelihood, good welfare and higher living standards to the tribal communities who depending on forests and lead their lives. Conservation of forest resources, biodiversity and environment are goals of Koval Foundation, which was established in 1994 in Visakhapatnam with the support of tribal societies who collect forest products excluding wood from 2 Telugu states and tribal cooperative society. V. Krishna Rao is the Chief Executive Officer of Koval Foundation, and under his able leadership with specific plan of action and many extraordinary programs, it achieved excellent results and naturally has been selected for Biodiversity Conserver Award. Sanjeevani Rural Development Society has been started by Sri P. Devullu in 1998 in just 2 villages, and it spread across 90 villages persistently for all-round development of tribals, preservation of forest resources and sustainable utilization of them. The invaluable services rendered by Sanjeevani organization in collecting and distributing seeds of several local races and varieties and encouraging natural farming, establishing seed banks has achieved the honor of Biodiversity Conserver Award for that. The local crops which are facing extinction such as finger millet and pearl millet are being given a new lease of life by Marri Mangulu of Chinnagadda village of Chintapalli Mandal in Visakhapatnam district in his own land. Using liquid biofertilizer Jalajivamritam and solid biofertilizer compost, he transferred his small piece of land into a natural farming workshop. The organic farming done by Marri Mangalu with natural methods without distracting nature's balance won him Biodiversity Conserver Award. To conduct service activities in rural areas with a purpose and goal of environment preservation and biodiversity conservation. Many novel activities are being untiringly undertaken by Velamati Soundarya Manohari of Kovali, Dandaluru Mandal, West Godavari district. She started a voluntary organization, Gramadeep, in 2015 and is doing activities such as repairing ponds, planting different types of plants, also cleaning the walls of Panchayat office building, school building, and painting them with social, environment-oriented issues and messages and pictures, creating awareness towards environment in society. These activities unite the whole village as a family, celebrating Sankranti celebrations in traditional manner, reflecting the importance of natural resources, are some of them by Gramdeep, which inspired many and recognized with Biodiversity Conserver Award by the board. Doing nature-friendly nature farming, preparing seeds, organic manures for it, from ploughing to threshing, without using any artificial chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Suram Sridevi of Kottapalli village of Ramapuram Mandal, Kadapa district has been doing inspirational efforts without distributing the beneficial bacteria present in soil, protecting the soil fertility. Suram Sridevi in her purview is striving to produce healthy food grains and environment conservation through organic farming, achieved the recognition of Biodiversity Conserver Award. Kandula Ramanakumar of Bapatla, Guntur district, even though a bank employee by profession, carried on his study and research on birds and biodiversity. Collecting the data of wildlife, enlisting them, and also many activities along with like-minded nature lovers who had the similar interest and passion, such as nature walk, bird watching, are being conducting by taking keen interest. Ramanakumar also established books related to birds conservation and related issues and is working to develop awareness on necessity and benefits of mangrove forests. Ramanakumar's passion for environment protection and biodiversity conservation deserved the recognition of Biodiversity Conserver Award. At the age of 74, with great patience, gathering all her energies with utmost determination, Dantaluri Satyavati of Pedapudi village of Amrutaluru Mandal, Guntur district, is a rural medical scientist who prepares exceptional medicines with plants, herbs, powders, flowers, leaves, fruits, and solves the health problems of hundreds of people who approach her from not only different parts of the state but also from faraway places with her traditional knowledge. From Guduchi to Sri Gandham tree, from Tulasi plant to mango trees, several species enrich her home garden. Her deep affection towards nature brought her an acclaim as Green Mother and also Biodiversity Conserver Award. Being a teacher in the school teaching lessons to children as his duty, G. Sudhakar of LV Puram, Chittoor district utilizes his remaining time and additional energy to bring awareness among students about environment and biodiversity conservation. Planting seedlings, protecting them, taking precautions to avoid destruction of biodiversity, the alertness to develop, etc. With this in mind, a list of activity charts are designed by him for a session of 6 to 7 hours in each and every school on weekends. His programs created a new insight and responsibility among thousands of students belonging to hundreds of schools. A book named Biodiversity Our Heritage in Telugu also been written by Sudhakar, and his persistence inspiration on youth won him Biodiversity Conserver Award. Environment and biodiversity conservation fascinate him. He molded his fascination into passion and made camera as a tool for his passion, became a wildlife photographer and filmmaker, and gave permanent picture shape to so many educative, wonderful moments and situations. He is Manish Manik of Bangalore, a nature lover. He visited almost all the forests in the state, did research, captured the biodiversity with his camera eye, and shared precious information to today's world and preserved it for future generations. Such an effort and service by Manish is a guidance and inspiration to many that made the government to select him for Biodiversity Conserver Award. T. Tulasaya, who belongs to SV Nagar near Tirupati of Chittoor district, worked substantially as a field botanist and assisted forest department, and his journey with nature filled in him incredible affection towards nature. 33 years of his experience with nature gave him a capacity to easily identify rare variety of forest species, seeds, precious medicinal plants, and helped in wildlife and biodiversity conservation. In this process, Tulasaya identified hundreds of varieties of medicinal plants, planted them, nurtured them, and brought them into light. He planted thousands of seedlings on Seshachalam hills and Tirumala pilgrim places. He collects rarest seeds and distributes them to the people and help them raise trees and gardens. For this enormous contribution relating to environment and biodiversity of Tulasaya, gained the Biodiversity Conserver Award from board. Bandi Rajashekar, Citizen Science Coordinator in Biology Department at Indian Institute of Science Education and Research, Tirupati, conducts seminars and conferences in schools, colleges, universities, other institutes and organizations and explains them the importance and role of forest resources, wildlife, environment, importance of biodiversity and to involve them in activities relating to environment. He organizes nature walks along with nature lovers and gathers the information of awesome birds, wildlife, enlisting them, prepare a valuable data and preserves it for public use. With the support of National Geographical Society, Rajashekar is preparing Tirupati Biodiversity Atlas. For his efforts, he got the National Geographic Explorer grant and also is officially acting as National Geographic Explorer. All these achievements acquired him the Biodiversity Conserver Award. So many such crusaders are working selflessly and relentlessly throughout the state are rendering their best efforts at their level in their style and purview for biodiversity conservation and inspiring others. Kudos to all of them.
అందరూ కూడా వారు చేసినటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలని స్ఫూర్తిగా తీసుకుని జీవ వైవిధ్యాన్ని రాష్ట్రంలో పెంపొందించడానికి చర్యలు తీసుకోవాలని మనవి చేస్తున్నాం.
ప్రతి ఒక్కరు కూడా జీవ వైవిధ్యాన్ని కాపాడడం అనేది ఒక బాధ్యతగా తీసుకొని ఇది మన భావితరాలకు అందించే సంపద కూడా.
Those everyone with a fire and vibrant passion, undeterred power and energy are welcome to the expedition of biodiversity conservation.